Hey everyone, it's Sam and Mary, and we are delighted that you're with us. We have been off the air per se for the last 9-8 months, and we just decided to take a break. Mary did some soul searching. Tell us what you did, Mary.
You know what? COVID has been great to me. I went internally and did some soul searching right after COVID. Previously, I was coaching real estate agents as a mindset coach since 2011. And performance. However, I've always been very passionate about family. I love my own family. I've been working on it really hard to find and discover peace and harmony in my own family. And so now I've shifted into helping families that are having conflict, not getting along with kids, or blended family or traditional families. And so my goal is to bring peace, harmony, and, believe it or not, unconditional love so people live a better life and have a better family life. So I went through a lot of I meditated a lot, went internally soul searching, and really wanted to do something that was also fun, and I wanted to be in the flow.
Right.
Fun and flow. So I love to cook. We cook every day, and I thought, why not share what we cook here and the recipes? Sometimes people ask me, and also talk about, in our show, talk about family values, family issues, roadblocks, and help people live a better family life.
And you know what's fun? Is being able to talk about that and combining that with cooking.
Right.
Because what's a better way to do it?
Right.
So let's get started today. So
Okay.
I think today's topic was that we're going to talk about, well, first of all, I think we're going to cook quail, right?
We're going to cook quail and talk about how some majority of parents are so controlling. Controlling parents and quail.
What a great way to start. So we're going to talk about controlling parents and quail. So tell me how you want to do this. I mean, let's go.
Right. So I know my son was saying that, why did you pick cooking quail on your first cooking show? I said, well, for two reasons. One is that we have personal experiences with quail. Every time we go to Mexico, he loves quails, and I learned to love quail. So we go to this Mexican restaurant, and they bring this amazing quail as an appetizer. And we actually...
Look at it, it's so cute. How could you not love it?
I know. Arya was asking, Mommy, is this a baby? And did they kill the baby? And I'm like, don't go there. No, it's not a baby, but you know. Don't make me feel bad.
Right. So we're going to cook quail, and you're going to tell us what to do with that. And in the meantime, you're also going to tell us why parents are controlling.
That's right.
So go ahead, let's just get started with the quail.
Okay, so I have quail here. I'm going to roast quail. And quail in Afghanistan is called bodana. So they actually do in Afghanistan, they do quail fights, which I know I don't approve of, but they make tons of money through quail fights. But they also cook it. I've never had it in Afghanistan when I was there. But then again, going to Mexico, this amazing restaurant. So I'm going to roast quail. And so I'm going to have some seasoning here. I'm going to show later what the recipe is. And so I decided for the side dish to do some greens. We have snap peas and green beans, French green beans. And then we have mac and cheese. The reason I chose mac and cheese because both of my kids love pasta and mac and cheese. So I thought something that they could enjoy and something that we could enjoy.
Right.
So that's the recipe for today. I'll go over each one. And aside from that, you know, I personally wanted to talk about why is it that most parents feel to control their kids?
Yeah. Why is that?
Why is that? That's a good question.
I think sometimes parents want to control their kids because for their own failures, maybe. And then the other thing that I was thinking of is that maybe, you know, if they're lacking something in their own life, then they're trying to project that onto the kid's life. I know I do that with my son. and that's not right. But then I was thinking also, sometimes and other times, parents want to control their kids because they want to, at least in our culture, say, well, my kid is just as good as your kid, or, you know, so they don't fall behind, or, you know, things like that. So it's a lot of competition amongst parents. So
that's very true.
Right? So it's a little bit of your ego there. So, oh, how are people going to judge me if my kids don't live up to so-and-so's
potential? So from my perspective as a coach is the battle between the ego and the heart. You know, as parents, coming from our heart, we always want the best for our kids. It's the notion of everyone's wanting to be good, do good, expand on greatness, which is connecting back to the divine or God, because God wants us to do good and be positive. So I think every human being have that inside of them. And then the battle is the ego, is just the ego stepping in and trying to make you feel like, well, you need to be better than so-and-so. And then also the fact that because whatever that we failed at, whether that maybe we didn't go to school, or we don't have the proper job, or we don't make the right amount of money, all of those factors living inside one individual, what happens is it multiplies times 10, and that energy goes out, and then we try to blame or control people, including our kids in our life. If you're an individual who's really balanced in everything that you've done in your life, that means you live a healthy life, you're making good income, you're happy with your job, and you're a happy person, that person tends to control their kids or be critical about their kids less compared to those that are lacking those qualities.
Yeah.
I see this. I mean, I've gone through it, you know, when I was really young. So, family of 5 sisters, 2 brothers, mom and dad. I grew up in Afghanistan, and I grew up in a culture where everything is about control.
Yeah. And
not only mental abuse, there's physical abuse. I'm not trying to put our culture down. I'm speaking of facts. It happens a lot. And so I borrowed from that because I witnessed that all around me.
Right.
All of my childhood. So I remember one day.
You getting your ass beat?
Well, not from my parents, but yes, from other family members. I did.
Oh yeah, your family members,
and
uncles and aunts and people just telling you what to do all the time. We have this great thing that everybody thinks that they need to know, tell you what's going on in your world, right?
Or how to live your life.
How to live your life.
Well, ultimately, their heart, they have good intentions. I'm not trying to put anybody down. At the same time, their ego, right, steps in and tries to control you. So again, I remember an incident, one of my youngest siblings, because I'm the second oldest, she was kind of not behaving well at school. So I remember, because I felt like, oh, I am kind of the second oldest, my oldest sister married, and felt like I was in charge.
Yeah.
And so I remember this one time I saw my sister, I don't know if she was cutting school, she was doing something, and then I caught her, and then I like slapped her.
Oh.
I probably slapped her multiple times. Oh. You know, back then I was like,
there's an ugly side to you that I didn't know about. My goodness, man. Violent. That's okay.
Yeah.
This isn't the sweet person you see. No, I'm just kidding.
And my sister remembers this. Probably there's other times that I did that too. But I guess because this is what your behaviors only learn by witnessing others.
Right.
I was going back to what I saw, what I witnessed, and all around me, surrounding in my culture. So I thought like the way to control someone's behavior is to hit them, and that's the way you put them on a good path.
Yeah, you beat them into submission.
I was so wrong.
Right.
Right? Obviously, today is a whole different story. I talk to my kids. I sit down and have intelligent conversations because I know psychology, so I know how to help them get on the right path. But unfortunately, for most parents, they probably don't have the same skill set or the same knowledge.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking about like my own son, right? I mean, he sometimes struggles, like he had struggles with school, he had a little bit of ADHD and things like that. And but I always felt like there was something like I had to do more with him. Like I felt so compelled and it would stress me out. Why isn't he behaving the way I want him to behave, and not really understanding that. And I wasn't coming from a place of love, which I thought I was, but it was really from a place of my ego, trying to impose my will on my son. And I thought, man, that was the quickest way for me to put distance between Aris and I. Right.
I mean, you guys went through a phase that.
Yeah. I mean, he would just like see me and walk away. Right. And when I learned that, I mean, so that's the issue, right? If you become too controlling, you're going to push your kids away.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
And so we wanted to, the purpose of this show is to show you how to do it maybe differently than what you're used to.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So oftentimes we're kind of like, hey, yelling, screaming, maybe that's what you were taught. Because that's what I was taught, right? That's how you do it. And I was just repetitively just regurgitating what had happened to me as a kid. Although, I mean, I was a good kid. I mean, what can I say?
Yeah,
I followed all the rules. I did good.
But it goes back to whatever we're lacking inside.
Yeah.
We are projecting that on somebody else,
Exactly.
right? So remember that when I always, like when we were a lot in our relationship a few years ago, and I stopped doing that now, thank God. But I was always criticizing you about like, you need to lose weight. You need to lose weight, right?
Yeah.
So and that had nothing to do with you losing weight. Had everything to do with what I was lacking inside, which is my own self-significance about me. I wasn't in my ideal weight, so I couldn't control myself. So all I could do is control you and make you feel bad.
Right. Right.
Isn't that what we do all the time?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The stuff
it's
that
not my fault, it was your own fault.
Yeah.
So stop doing that.
Seriously, I always think it always goes back to the self. It does though.
It truly is. I mean, when you like we talk about this when you point fingers, right? You say like that, and they say you point 3 or 4 fingers at yourself and one at somebody else. But the only time you really realize what's wrong with you, which you don't really realize it, but you see it in others.
Right.
You don't see it in you.
Right.
So to come from a place of love and change that around, like for me personally with my son going through that, was difficult because I couldn't understand, and luckily I have a wife who understands and explains. Yeah, that's true. You should pat yourself on the back there, baby. You deserve that. And but to get to that level, that's what happened. I had to go through that transformation, kind of look withinward and say, okay, why am I putting this pressure on my son? It's because, well, I wanted him to succeed where I had failed, and I thought that I could do it. So,
all right,
let's get to the quail, huh?
Let's get to the quail.
Right.
Just last thing, what the solution is to bring more peace, harmony, and unconditional love. It always goes back to you as an individual. Look within to see what are you lacking, what are we lacking. When you go there and help yourself to balance that, I promise you that energy works outside in your relationship with your kids, and it affects them in a positive way as well. So we can't always point finger.
No. And if you really want to learn more about that, just go to MaryNawabi.com, and she has all the programs there to help families specifically with these issues.
Yes, I have a program coming up soon.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
All right, so let's talk about quail.
Quail.
Okay, so I've got the quail. They're so tiny. So I thought like maybe 2 or 3 to serve it as a dinner. So what I'm going to do is show you how you need to tie this. So then all the juices kind of hold inside. So what we're going to do, do you want to bring the camera?
Yeah, I'm going to bring the camera a little bit closer.
Okay,
so.
all right.
Ooh, look at that. Yum. Quail. Go for it, baby.
Okay, so you take a cooking string. It's very simple. So you go around here, around the breast, and you just fold it like this, and you take the legs and you turn it.
You make that look so easy, baby.
And then you flip it, and then you just put a knot.
Yeah, it's really hard. She just makes it look easy.
Well, I've done it a few times, but you can practice a few times. So that's how you tie it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
So simple.
So you did some earlier?
Yep. So I prepped all of these. So I bought these from Rayleigh's, believe it or not. So they had a whole bunch. So then I've got two seasoning. One is a little bit spicy, and the other one is not so spicy.
When you tell us,
I know I'm gonna tell you. So this one has salt,
okay,
pepper,
okay,
coriander, garlic powder,
okay,
onion powder, okay, and cumin.
All right.
So I'm kind of going.
And true to the Afghani tradition, we won't tell you how much is in there. I'm just kidding.
Well, so seasoning, you can't really say how much is. You just put a whole bunch and you mix it.
Right.
So
okay.
the whole goal is right. And I put cumin and coriander because that's my Afghani touch to it.
Okay.
So
good.
we just go like this, right?
Yeah. Gonna season that bad boy.
Season that bad boy. So I'm gonna take at least. Okay, so one dish for you because you like spicy. 4 of them.
Okay.
So that way.
What are you putting on there? I don't understand. Is that the same stuff? The same spices?
Yeah, it's the same spice except the one for you I put cayenne pepper.
Oh, nice.
That's the only difference. So you just mix it up, right?
I'm spicy.
Yes, baby, you are spicy. So now. I've cooked quail a long time ago. Remember we used to live in Folsom?
Yeah.
And so this is my second time cooking quail. So we'll see how it comes out.
Well, I'm sure it's gonna come out good. Looks good.
Yeah, so this. And then this one. So do you want to start seasoning these?
Sure.
Okay.
Why don't I do that?
So I'm gonna start putting this on the stove.
Okay.
You may want to bring the camera to...
Do it. To show you put it in the stove?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, baby. You're gonna get seasoned. Watch this. What are you doing now?
So I'm gonna start...
Let me show them that.
Okay, roasting this on the pan.
Okay, so you're gonna roast it first?
Yeah. So I use stainless steel all the time.
Yeah.
And I use avocado oil, but you could use vegetable oil or butter. Olive oil, I'm not so sure about that because it burns very fast, the temperature.
Oh. So that's, so you used olive oil for that?
I used avocado oil.
Oh, avocado oil, okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive, but I like avocado oil because it's a lot more healthier too.
Yeah. You got a whole lot of butter there. That's for something else later?
Yeah, that's for the sauce later.
Okay.
So we're going to let that, so I'm going to saute and roast each side at least 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Once that's done, I'm going to put that inside the oven.
What sort of texture is it supposed to have? Kind of be like crispy or something like that?
Yeah, a little bit crispy and brown.
Yeah.
And juicy inside.
Okay. I like it.
Okay. And then in the meantime, so we have here, so I have macaroni and cheese. I mean, we cook macaroni every day just because my daughter is 5 and she loves macaroni. So
they can't get enough of that stuff.
I know. So macaroni, the small macaroni.
And we got that at Costco. It's Annie's little macaroni thing. Like it's their version of it. And it's organic and it's good. And they purposely make it small like this, so it's quicker and faster to cook.
Yes.
But it's...
And then I have garlic.
Okay.
I have chicken stock. I use from Costco that, what is that called? It's better than bouillon.
Better than bouillon. That's the stuff. That's good stuff. If you don't have that in your house, that's a lifesaver.
I just use that just with everything.
That's the secret recipe.
That's the secret recipe. And I have whipping cream, milk.
Show us the stuff. Bring
butter.
it a little closer to
bring the camera over here, baby.
All right. Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
So this is our first time doing a cooking show, so you're going to just kind of watch it as it happens, the magic. So this is milk?
That's milk.
That's
whipping cream.
Heavy whipping cream.
Butter.
Butter.
Chicken stock.
Chicken stock.
Garlic. And then I have Parmesan cheese and breadcrumbs that are seasoned already.
Very nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
You can maybe
Yeah. Add a little more of that oil on there.
Right.
Add a lot of oil. And you gotta turn on that fan.
Yeah,
okay. Okay, Mary, so you've got them nice and brown here. Looks like that's what you're doing right there.
Yep. So it's taking about 10 minutes to brown these. Now they're almost ready to go inside the oven.
Okay. And what do you have the oven at?
I'm gonna have the oven at 400, and I'm gonna cook these for at least 25 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then here we have the mac and cheese. So you boil the macaroni for at least 4 to 5 minutes. You drain the water, and then
just want to make sure that it's soft. Sometimes people make it too soft, don't they?
Right. Yeah.
What you want is to get it al dente. It's a little bit harder than really all the way too soft.
Yep, absolutely.
I think people kind of make a mistake with that.
And then you mix all the ingredients that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And now this is ready. So I'm gonna transfer it into the ramekins, put the breadcrumbs on top, and bake it inside the oven at least for 7 minutes.
Ooh, sounds good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those are mine still that need to be cooked. Yeah, we'll get there. So you just take them right like that. That was nice. And then you put them in the oven for how long?
For at least 25 to 30 minutes.
Okay. And what did you put what's the temperature on that?
Yeah, 400.
Okay, 400.
Yeah, I'm gonna set up the timer.
For how long?
25 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
You asked me just like 3 times.
I know, right? That's because I have no clue what's going on here.
Okay.
You know, Mary, you know why I'm doing this show, right?
Why?
Because so I can eat, but more importantly, because the audience at home are going to have questions like me.
Oh,
so yeah. I just basically am portraying the person who has no clue on how to do any of this stuff. But, you know, the audience is a lot smarter than I am, so they're going to have some questions. But I'm going to ask some questions.
Sure.
Like, well, what do you do with that?
This is the spicy one. Remember that is for you?
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so this is because I put cayenne pepper on this one.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're going to let that
Spice up your life, folks.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, what else is going on here? Is there anything left to do here?
So
or you just...
once the quail is ready, then I'm going to make a little sauce for it.
Okay.
So I'm going to use garlic, oregano, a little bit butter, and then some white wine vinegar, which I need to get.
Oh, that's garlic, oregano,
and butter.
And butter. Nice. Butter makes everything better.
That's right.
Butter. Okay, cool. A white wine.
So either white wine or rice vinegar. Rice vinegar is a little bit not so strong.
Yeah,
like
it tastes better.
Yeah.
Let's just say it does.
Either or. You could either have this, that, or lime juice.
Oh, lime juice? Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be a little bit stronger on the lime juice, I think. This is like you said, it's...
You don't like lime juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, Mary, what's going on here now? What'd you do?
Okay, so this is the mac and cheese.
Yeah.
So I put melted butter with a little bit of...
Close-up of that, yeah.
Melted butter with a little bit chicken stock.
Okay.
And with breadcrumbs, I put breadcrumbs and I pour a little bit of the butter with chicken stock on top. Okay. And now this is going to go inside the oven to cook for at least 15 minutes for 365 degrees.
Okay, super. Nice. It's looking good. It's also smelling good.
Right. And the quail is looking good, almost ready.
All right.
Now I'm gonna saute the veggies and make the sauce, and voila.
Okay. Beautiful. So you're gonna just throw some butter on there?
I'm gonna throw some butter on there. Or you could use olive oil, vegetable oil, doesn't matter. This is just, it's gonna be just sauteed.
Okay.
Okay.
So Mary, looks like you're sauteing those vegetables, which is green beans and snap peas.
Yes, French green beans and snap peas.
Okay.
So I put butter and I'm sauteing them, but I pre-cooked these. I boiled them for 3 minutes before I saute.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Good. That's good.
A simple saute, that's it.
That's it. Simple saute. And then you're going to make...
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper, okay. And you're going to do something else here with the butter? You're making some sauce?
I'm going to... Last thing is make the sauce, and that's it. The food is ready.
Oh, wow. It looks good. It smells good here.
Yeah?
It smells so good. Yeah, I can smell... It kind of smells garlicky and oniony, and that's like the smell you're going to smell. And then that those little quails that got fried. Oof, that smells so good.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Mary, so you're sauteing the vegetables there, as we can see. And then we are going to, this is for the sauce?
This is for the sauce. So we have garlic, oregano, butter, and white wine vinegar.
Okay. Ooh. Ah. All right. And that's the garlic?
That's the garlic.
Okay. So you added the butter and the garlic, and it's cooking pretty good right there. Mm-hmm. And you have that on kind of low heat. You don't want that on too high, right?
Right.
Okay. What was that?
That's oregano.
Oh, oregano.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of look like parsley, but that's oregano. That's cool.
That's oregano.
I've never seen fresh oregano. It's always like dried oregano.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, I cook with oregano all the time.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Okay.
Shows you what I know.
Yep.
What's that? Oh, that's the wine.
White wine vinegar.
Okay. Oh, that looks good. And this goes on top of the quail, or once it comes out of the oven, or what's happening with this?
Yeah, this goes on top.
Okay, good. And how long do you just? That's it?
Yeah, that's it. It's just.
You don't actually do any.
Let it come to a little bit of a simmer, and that's it.
Oh, okay. That was easy.
That's very easy.
Okay. Okay, Mary. Let's see what this thing looks like. Ooh.
Okay, they're done. Okay.
So what are you going to do now?
Okay.
I'm going to get a close-up of it. Okay, Mary, you just took it out of the oven, so you're going to...
Right, so, okay. Now I got to take
you made this nice little cucumber stuff. Of course, the rest of us don't know how to do this, but you know.
Now I got to take the strings out.
Okay.
So you got to cut those.
Cut the string. Okay, so we're ready. So these have been cooking in the oven, and you took them out. You took off the string.
Mm-hmm. And so they're pretty much ready.
Yeah. And you can throw the sauce on there.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Looks beautiful. I like the little cucumber things too.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, you know, you gotta look at those babies. It's probably hard work went into that. Okay.
Oh.
There you go. And the thing is you gotta make it look beautiful.
And I forgot one more string.
One more string.
All right.
Okay, so now you're gonna put the sauce on it?
Mm-hmm. Just gonna pour the sauce over.
Oh, nice. That's the garlic butter.
Mm-hmm. Give you lots of butter.
Okay.
And garlic.
I like it. I'm not complaining. Okay. And then let's see what you got cooking in the oven. Is that done?
Yep, the mac and cheese is done. So I'm gonna take that out.
Okay. Ooh. Looking good. Looking good.
The mac and cheese is done.
And then we'll take a shot when it's all done, huh?
Yeah.
Mac and cheese. Looking good. All right, so you just took out the peas. We got the quail that's ready. Got that mac and cheese right there. And you're adding
a little bit of parsley.
Yeah, you gotta
just for decoration.
make it look good, huh? Okay. We're almost ready?
That's it. We're almost ready.
Done, huh?
Eat. Yeah.
Nice. So you're just putting on the mac and cheese and you're kind of creating the little dishes. It's looking good. Looking good right there. And we're almost ready to throw it down. And I'll taste it.
All right, let's taste it. See how it came out.
Okay. Go ahead and taste it, baby.
All right.
Nice. So there you have it, Chef Mary making the quail. Look really good. Anything you want to add? Final touches to the...
All right, that's it. Until next week, we're gonna have fried chicken.
Okay, perfect. And good timing. There's Aria. She's back. And Alyssa, so we're getting ready to eat.
All right, come on, guys.
Good timing.